Morning on this Sunday morning about 10 to 11. Just going to put myself through a running program, something that I've been working on for the last 3 or 4 weeks with Dill Smith. Dill Smith's not actually here today, caught up with family stuff, so I'm going to do it anyway. First things first, what I'll do is I'll actually walk through the program, let you know what's sort of going to happen, and then I'll get into it. So as you can see, around the square, the footy oval at Epsom. Okay, so this tennis ball up to the other one, which is 50 metres. We're going to hit this side of the square at 75%. Okay, and we're going to do that 8 times. We've been building up 5 last week. We missed the session, so this week we'll hit it twice as hard, and I'll do 8 of the 50 metre square. So just coming up to this second ball now. So make sure that when I do this I finish through the line of the ball. Okay, jog down the back end of the square. Okay, just concentrating on your breathing, getting your recovery back. Most important thing about running is making sure that the technique's right. Okay, that you're up, that you're running straight up and down. Okay, arms are pumping. Okay, you're breathing as you're going. Alright, into that. Make sure we finish through the line. Down the other side of the square at 75%. Okay, and we'll once again concentrating on your breathing, your rhythm. Okay, ensuring that you're pumping your arms. Okay, yeah, you're upright, you're not hunched over or leaning backwards. Okay, coming down to this 4th ball. Okay, glorious day out here at Epsom. Everyone should be out doing something today. Okay, finish through the line of the ball, jog down the back end of the square. Okay, and we get to the that first marker. Best thing about when you're out there training and you haven't got a lot of equipment, as I'm starting out on my development program coaching, okay, but also fitness programs that I've currently just been generating. I've had a lot of help from people within the area, other coaches. So it's been a great experience. So down to that marker, okay, so we're going to do that 8 times, and then what's going to happen is I've pushed another marker out 10 meters past that other ball. Okay, and the same thing's going to happen. Okay, down the coach's box side of the ground at Epsom, we're going to go 75%. Okay, jog across the back end of the square on the first one. Okay, and we're going to do that 5 times. In between sessions, we're going to have a 45-second break. And that ends up being just over 2k of running. So you can see just within that short distance, you can actually generate Ks into your legs. Now 2Ks is generally all you sort of want to need to be running. One of the days where you do 10k road runs, 5k road runs, you can build all of that up into your program through pre-season, but once the season starts, okay, 2Ks on a running session to me is more than enough. Now the second part of it, now this takes about 45 minutes to do if you're up and about and you're feeling fit. Okay, I also think that it's a pretty good way to recover after a game as well, just to run out a few niggles that you might have. So as you can see, right down the other end of the Epsom Oval there, okay, you've got the point post. Well, the second part of the session is we go from that point post outside the boundary, run past the coach's box, okay, and then we get to finish off past the point post. It's always important to finish past your markers. Okay, don't pull up short. Even if you do that 200 and you're feeling it, just jog it all the way through. Okay, and then build from there. So we're gonna do 2 of them today. So I'm really pushing myself today. Come back from injury, quad's feeling pretty good, the shoulder's feeling pretty good, so I'm going to give it a good old crack out here today. So as you can see from that point post, okay, after your 200, all right, you have a minute rest, okay, because we've actually been building up your heart rate. Okay, so the recovery after that 200 is a minute. Okay, then you've got a marker here. This marker is 20 metres out from that point post. Okay, that's a sprint. Alright, and we're going to do 2 of those. So we're going to go to the point post here, and then the point post. Okay, in between those sprints, you're going to have 15 seconds. Okay, once you get back down to that point post, you're going to another marker. This marker is actually 30 metres out. Okay, so if you think about a game of footy, generally speaking, 50, 60, 70 metres is predominantly the most you'll probably sprint. Some sprint more than that. You know, you look at Nick Rewalt, he just powers up and down the ground all day. He's got a great work ethic, and he's a absolute machine on the footy field, and that's what makes him such a great player. So 30 metres out, so once again 2 of these. Alright, so you sprint up to the ball back to the goals. Okay, in between those sprints you'll get a 15-second break. Okay, then jog over to the other goal post, and you've got another marker out here. It's 40 metres. Okay, 40 metres out from the goals. Okay, generally speaking, a good full forward will probably lead this distance. Okay, if he's really switched on and prepared to work. Okay, 40 metres out from goal is generally always a shot. Okay, so if you're starting at the top of the square, you know, you've probably got 30 metre sprint as a full forward or as a forward to really give your team the best advantage on the game. So once again, 2 sprints. Okay, goals to marker back to the goals. Okay, in this you'll get 20-second break. Alright, jog over to the other point post. Okay, you've got a first out. This is 50 metres. Okay, so your 50 metre one, it's a fair old sprint. Okay, but it's probably a great one to sort of finish up on. Right, you got 2 of these. Right, so point post to the marker to the point post again. Right, you'll get a 30-second break in between. Okay, generally speaking, if you do this and you're feeling fatigued or feeling a little bit underdone, then just pace yourself. And if you need a longer break in between them, that's fine. Let's go on. Generally, increase the amount of times you do things. Okay, and lessen your recovery time. All right. As we know, a lot of games are getting a lot quicker. Okay, they're getting a lot more running into them, so it's becoming a game that's really built on quick play movement. So fatigue, lactic acid build-up is generally always going to be there. So doing a running session like this as the season gets underway, okay, I believe really builds you in good stead to get through games, especially when you're suffering with lactic acid. Also a good way to build up your aerobic system, okay, which is all based around your sprinting. Okay, and then anaerobic is more so your long distance stuff. So we're going to give this a go. As I said, I'm going to do probably about 45 minutes. It should take me to get through it, depending on how I'm sort of going with my quad. But great way to sort of start off for Sunday. Okay, and then reward yourself with whatever you need to after your training session. anyway, I thought I'd just post a video. Any questions or any suggestions on how to do things better, or maybe change it up a bit, by all means get in contact, or come down on a Sunday and do it with me and just experience what the program's about. As the weeks go on and as the season goes on, it'll change. So just thought I'd share this with you. Enjoy your Sunday, folks, and I'm about to get into it.